Hey you guys, PGD here. I hope you're all doing well. My last What's New This Week video was kind of going a little long, so I'm going to make this kind of a part two of sorts, but I ended that one clean with the Jane Carter solution, some of the items from her new line. And we're going to start fresh with something else that is new on the market. I've spoken to you before about Curl Origin, which is the sister brand to She Sent It. And I also posted on Instagram some of the new products that I got from that new Curl Origin line. You may remember that I've in this past spoken about Curl Origin because there were some products from her original Curl Origin line that I used that just didn't work for me. There were some that I ended up giving away, others that I did finish. It just really did nothing for my hair. Sorry, it's telling me to charge the camera one. Okay, we're back. So yeah, so the things from like the first generation of Curl Origin products that I tried just didn't work for me. I believe one of them is still on the site. Some of them she's doing like selling them out or something, so I'm not sure if she's going to continue with that line or not sure, but she had them on discount on the website. And one, I believe she has a new label, but that name was so familiar to me that I think it was one from the original line, but with a different label, so I didn't buy that. But there were some other items that were totally new, and they actually said new next to them, so I picked those up. One of which is the Avocado and Argan Hydrating Hair Moisturizer, and it says Moisture Intensive Cream. So it's okay, moisture intensive cream. Let me try it. Let me see, you know, I'll buy one, see if it's okay for my hair. Empty. Empty. Done. 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 Okay, let's chat. And of course, I had to go back and get some more. So let me show you what the actual product looks like. Oh, sorry, I had a piece of hair in here, but it's only one, so you may not see that. So anyhow, right here is what the product looks like. You hold it upside down, it's not going to slide out. It's whipped really well. I'll tell you some of the initial ingredients in here. It starts off with water, but it has avocado oil in it, which is the second ingredient, so that may give you an idea of the type of consistency of this product. So it's not like water and then shea butter, you know, so it's a lighter, even though it looks thick, you know, it has some thick denseness to it. Not really, actually, because it kind of feels like pudding. Kind of feels like, but no, it's heavier than pudding. It's heavier than pudding that you eat. But it has a measure of thickness, but it just goes between your hands, so your fingers so easily. Now look at this. Notice how I'm rubbing, and notice how the white is still here, like it's creamy. Even when let's say I rub it on my hands, I can feel that there was something there. Like it doesn't just feel like my skin, it feels like there's a minor bit of coating on it. So anyhow, this is the product. I can tell you it has a light kind of citrusy, almost mandarin scent, and it does have in here, it has rosemary oil, but that's the absolute last ingredient. It also has tea tree oil. It smells, there's nothing minty about it. It has cocoa butter in here, horsetail, marshmallow, and and fragrance. So whatever her fragrance is, it kind of smells mandarin, but not like a harsh, like, oh, you smell like an orange, not like that, or like an orange peel. It smells like a delicious citrusy type of orangey scent. I like it. Anyway, this is the product. Let me put some, just a little on my hand here, just so you can see. So you see I'm rubbing. Notice how it's not so quick to just absorb and just go away. You may think, oh, that's going to be a really horrible thing. No, but for my hair, actually, and I was scared at first because I said, okay, it's just kind of hanging about. Is it going to like leave my hair? It left it with no film, no residue. Now, you may remember from She Sent It, I reviewed her triple moisturized butter or something. I'll put whatever the correct name of that is. And I said that my hair didn't, after I put it in, it dried and everything, my hair did not feel dry, but it looked dry. This to me is like a better version of that, where my hair feels even more moisturized than that butter left it, right? So it doesn't feel dry. It looks a little dry, but it doesn't look as dry as the other one. So I don't know what it is about this that doesn't leave it shiny or anything, but honestly, with the way it feels moisturized, because I did my hair with this up in twist and unraveled the twist the next day. Honestly, my hair felt moist. Scale of 1 to 10, after everything had been completely dry, my hair felt like a level 8. To me, that's really nice. I appreciate a level hair 8 moisture, and that was just after one day and how it felt the next day after I unraveled the twist. It's the thing that I could use on the fly if I'm like getting my hair done in the morning, getting ready for work, and I just just feel like, oh, this patch feels like it could use some moisture, boom, put it in. It's not going to stay like white film or anything on the top of my hair or anything. It's like the whiteness of it vanishes, but my hair feels really, really moisturized. And I say really, really because things typically, moisture sometimes on my hair can last an hour, if that, with some products, sometimes even less, and it just doesn't feel good typically, right? So my hair is always thirsty. This, I feel, really satisfies my thirsty curls to a level 8, and I'm happy with that. And if you use it again, like during the week and stuff, I just feel like it layers on top of that, until once you get to, let's say, like a Wednesday, your hair is like even more moisture, like you need even less of this, and then you may just want to do like a spray from some other brand or something just to revitalize what's already on your hair. So I do like this. As you can see, I finished that first jar already. Look back to when I first posted this product. I felt like, honestly, I finished the first jar in about a week. Now that's in part because I was just going crazy and testing it in different ways and co-washing my hair and getting it out and then testing it some other ways, just because I'm a tester. Not that anyone's paying me to be a tester, but I'm a tester. And but I felt like, so now I'm just slowing it down a little bit with, you know, my remaining jars. But she had a code that was, I mentioned it on Instagram, so I don't want to mess it up, but I believe it was new 2017. So when I used that on her website, the Curl Argan website, I got 30% off of these new items. So, well, it just said 30% off. So I guess if you had purchased something else, maybe from her old line of Curl Argan, you probably would have got the same 30% off. But anyway, I had only focused on her new items. 30% off. So whatever the price tag is that you'll see down below, I paid 30% less than that. 30% was deducted from it. You can use this on damp or dry hair. I primarily have been using it on dry hair, like when my hair is dry, but I have used it fresh out of the shower as well. I didn't notice any better results from doing that than when my hair is like dry. So it was pretty much on par, leaving me at a level 8 after everything dried down. But of course, when it's wet, it's more than a level 8 because it feels really moisturized and juicy. But yes, I'm really happy with this, and I feel like as of this moment, come Black Friday, this is definitely one thing that's going to be on my list for Curl Argan. So here we go. Another thing that's definitely going to be on my list from Curl Argan is this. And I was originally kind of hating. That's why you don't judge a book by its cover. The Curl Argan, and this was something new too, her Argan and Castor Edge Paste. And I was hating because, and let me just tell you, this one has, it reminds me, that's why I brought this one here to show you as well. It reminds me of Main Choice because it has biotin, but I'm going to tell you the difference here. When you look at the Main Choice one, and they have biotin placed well on the ingredient list, well enough so that they can say on the front label, oh, they don't, yeah, they do, infused with biotin, right? That's the Main Choice one. They let you know it's infused with biotin. This one, it's only when I read the ingredient list, it doesn't say anything. They talk to you about the rosemary oil on the front portion of this label. They tell you about the castor oil, the bamboo extract for stronger edges. They tell you about that on the front. And I thought it was interesting that they didn't mention the biotin and the MSM because, you know, I don't care if a company has like this much of it in it because they know people like those kind of catchphrases, those words that kind of spark sales. They'll put it all out on Front Street. And she didn't do that with this product. But when I looked at the ingredient list, I see biotin, MSM. Yes, they're towards the end, just before the fragrance, but it's still in here. But I appreciate that she didn't promote it as like, oh, it's the main thing, this is gonna make your edges, you know, so strong. I think my edges are fine, but I still, hey, who wouldn't want them strengthened, right? But it has the biotin in here, it has MSM, has tea tree oil, has rosemary oil, has horsetail. Now I'm going further up the list. Argan oil, aloe leaf extract, castor oil is in here. What other leaf extract is that? I said rosemary already. It has the bamboo, as she mentioned on the Front Street. And again, the bamboo is higher up on the ingredient list, so that's why that comes on this front label. I'm going to tell you why I was not pleased with it when I first opened it. First of all, I first opened it, and one of the first things that came at me was kind of the minty scent, smelling more like a tea tree oil. It smelled kind of like tea tree. And I was saying, oh, the scent is not great because, you know, when you get things from She Scented, even though this is Curl Origin, but, you know, sister brand, so she's known for having really well scented items. So I smelled this and I was like, oh, minty. Not that minty is a bad scent, it's just like minty. So sometimes I want to smell like maybe fruity or something else, but not necessarily minty. So I said, okay, it's minty. Then I felt it, which I know this jar is like almost done. So let me show you. Yeah, I had to go back and get more, but let me just show you what I mean. So I opened it, and never mind how that looks a little frosted, whatever, it's fine. And I put my finger on it and I said, whoa, this one feels different from, wait, hold on. Feels a little different from mine. Let me open it because I never opened it, the new ones, because these are new. Interesting. These feel these new ones that I just opened on camera feel a little firmer than the one that I originally had. But let me tell you why that doesn't even matter. Well, I have to use these new ones. But this is what I'm going to tell you. This is why I was disappointed initially before even putting it on my hair, right? I felt this and it felt so soft. It felt like nothing. It felt like so soft. Like I said, oh man, this is going to be one of those edge controls you put on. It keeps your edges down for maybe 5 minutes and then it starts curling right back up. I was like, oh, it's too light. It's too light. It doesn't have the tackiness, the weight of it. There's nothing to it that makes me feel like this is going to keep my edges. This is not what I have on my edges today because I'm specifically testing something else, another edge control, which you'll see in this video in just a moment. But right now, honestly, I can feel, I put it on my arm and I can feel the like rosiness, the rosemary and tea tree oil kind of tingling on my arm. I feel it on my arm, like the coolness of the air hitting that. I really feel it. But anyhow, that kind of thing doesn't disturb me. But anyhow, so I said, this is going to be really, really soft on my hair. Not going to be able to hold down my edges at all. Okay, I just wasted some money. That's what I thought. And I said, let me just try it and use it anyhow. So I put it on. 5 minutes passed, my edges were still down. I said, okay. Came back hour later, edges still down. I said, oh, we have something here. Only because I'm testing, as I mentioned, something new today. I've been using this exclusively on my hair. I have the curls paste, which you know I love. How often have I like told you about that one or used that one? The blueberry one I use now specifically. But the other one was fine too. So I use that. I have the Main Choice one. I have Design Essentials, which that one is not as good as these. I have other ones. I love to test edge controls. I just do. And this one just won me over. I sent her a DM on Instagram because I just had to like shout the praises of this. This is really good. It's really good. I'm going to tell you, there's a little thing to it, and let me let me get to that in a second. And right now, of course, because I have something else on my edges, but let me, where can I have something to lay down? These are, ooh, we'll talk about what did this in a second, but I just want you to see, like, it's just, it goes on clear and nice, and I just rub it in. There was nothing to lay down now because it's already laid, but I'm just showing you that that's how it does it, and it does leave me with shine in the spaces where I place this on my hair. Really good edge control. So now, many of the styles that I do when I'm going to work or going out or going wherever, it involves like some comb or something to keep it up. I also use another clipping device, which we'll talk about because some of you have asked me to do like a styling video on some of the styles that I've had on this channel in the past. Not that I do great styles, but on those things in particular, especially the ones that I do quite often, I can definitely come and do that for you. So I'll show you the actual clips. So some of those clips, I say all that to say, some of those clips help to like keep it in place. But even when I use other edge controls, even though I have something like a comb or whatever in there to like, you know, pull something up for an updo, my edges will still like curl back up or become fluffy. So I know that the edge control, you know, it's losing its grip, which is fine. You know, that happens throughout the day, whatever, I don't care. It does not lose it with this. And I say, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm really happy with this edge control. If you try to use that code new 2017 and it's not working right now, wait till Black Friday, or just like, you know, She Sent It, they have sales like almost all the time. You probably wouldn't even have to wait till Black Friday. She'll probably do something during like 4th of July or some other kind of holiday. You know how these companies do, right? And they typically have sales around those times. So think of whenever the next big thing is, whether it's Memorial Day, whatever, and there'll probably be a sale during that time, and see if you can get your 30% off if you just want to try it. And certainly start with one jar. Start with just one. See what it does for you. I like this one so much. I know I spent a lot of time just talking about this edge control, but really good stuff. But now let me tell you about the one thing that I noticed. Now, I use it, looks good on my edges, keeps them. Let's say I don't have the comb in place, because I also tested it like that because I wanted to see how is this thing going to work when I don't have the comb in place. So I just around the house or whatever, so I had it all open and I used more of this paste, kept it on, and I said okay, and I just used my fingers, you don't even have to use a brush or anything, and just kind of molded it into place, kept it down, and I said all right, let's see what it does. So again, it did keep it down. I felt like I probably had to use a little bit more of this product because I didn't have something, you know, kind of holding it up in the updo spot, so that's fine, but I used a little bit more and it stayed on its own. But as you do that throughout the week, and sometimes depending on the amount that you use, even before you get to like a Wednesday, you may see as you're putting on the new batch, it's fine, but now later in the day I've looked in the mirror and I've seen like it doesn't look like flakes. Your hair isn't flaking. It has this white appearance, almost like a residue on it. So here's what I've done. It's as simple as this. I've done this. I've just flattened it with my finger and it goes away and it goes back to looking normal. I've also noticed there have been instances where I've walked outside, and let's say it's very cold or something, and then I'll see that kind of white and I just mold it down and it goes away. And there have been other days where I go days on end putting this on every day and I see no white anything. So I guess that would just be attributed to how much I put on and how much is piling up throughout the week, as well as if you have other products, leave-ins, moisturizers, other things on your hair that can add to that. So just be aware that that could potentially happen, but just mold it on down. Just use your finger, mold that right in place. And I think you're going to enjoy this one if you decide to pick it up. And so I told you I got some backups, and these feel firmer than the original one, but I'm assuming it's going to work same way. But yeah, I'm happy with these. This is the main one. Oh, let me tell you this one right here, also from Curl Origin. This is another thing that I've done to combat, like when I see that little white thing on there. There was a time I just came home, I took, because it almost looks like an ashiness, so I took this, which is from Curl Origin. It's their Babasu and Mango Nourishing Styling Pomade. It's pretty much like a hair grease, but it breaks down to a very light oil. It smells so good. So when that control paste, if it ever gives me that little ashy looking look, I just took a little of this, rubbed it in my hands, boom, put that shine right on top of it, and that ashy look was gone. I can't even express to you. One thing I love is when you can't say exactly what it smells like. Like there are some hair products you can get, you say, oh, it smells like such and such from this brand, or it smells like this from that brand. This smells like nothing I've smelled before from other brands, but just giving you a scent profile, it's more like, it smells like what a tart Granny Smith apple tastes like. Okay, so like when a really tart apple or something makes you do this and you get that little ting, that's what this smells like. It's like that scent can almost make you do this. So it has like a tart, tangy thing to it. It's definitely not on the sweet side like cake batter or anything like that. It's definitely more tart, super pleasant smell. Almost smells like a light kiwi something scent. I don't know, but love this scent. It smells so good. But let me just show you the consistency. And yes, it's like a hair grease. Like it's so light. I could just do this, look, and it just dented right down. I'm just, look, I have a little on my finger, breaks down, look at this, so quickly to an oil. Gives me nice shine. That's pretty much what I use it for the shine factor. Black Friday, I could see myself getting more of this. I use this primarily, look at that, shiny hands. And it doesn't feel heavy. It feels super light. I use this primarily, I have used it to because I feel, again, it breaks down to this light oil. I have used it as a lock method. I've tried that thing again, you know, I revisited that, whatever. But I have used this primarily for the shine and the scent. Shine and the scent. Oh, I'm smelling it all right now. Really, really good. I know I didn't show you the ingredients of it. She calls it a pomade, and she says it's packed with rich emollients that nourish dry hair. Now, if my hair were just dry on its own, I have tried this as well, and I put this on it. It smooths it down a little bit because my level of dryness, maybe that's like extreme. So it smooths it down a little bit. I feel like I would need like an actual moisturizer on my hair. And then I could always layer this on top for the shine and to kind of seal things in just a little bit. So not the full on lock method. So I don't necessarily need to start with like a liquid or anything like that. I could just do the moisturizer and then put this on top, and that's good. So more like the oil and cream, but sometimes I reverse it, do the C and then the O. All right, so anyhow, why was I coming closer? I meant to show you this, and they're saying take a pea-sized amount, really, because if you do too much, it's going to be like too much oil in your hands. It smells so, honestly, if she could just send you guys the scent of this so you could just see what it smells like, I think people would buy it on that alone. Let me just show you the ingredient list, but of course she does have the full ingredient list on her website, but I'm just going to put this right here. Look at that, so you can take a look at all of the goodness that she has included. Rice bran wax, and honestly it doesn't feel like anything that would have wax in it because it's so light, but it smells great. Really great, really great. Okay, next from Curl Origin, I got her Hibiscus and Shea Curl Hydrating Conditioner. It's a washout conditioner. Yeah, it says triple action repairing conditioner. I thought this was okay. I use it on my hair. As you can see, I'm like up to here. So almost at the halfway point of this bottle. It's a 13-ounce bottle, which is good when it comes to size from these different companies and everything. It has hibiscus extract with sea buckthorn berry and shea butter. So yay for lots of things. I love when companies use like different and new ingredients, because sea buckthorn is not something that I typically see buckthorn berry on my ingredient list. And it has a little curly hair strands right there. Here's the ingredient list for your viewing pleasure. All right, so there you go. It has no mineral oil, sulfates, all of that applies to everything that I've been talking about. Actually, I know I didn't mention it, but you know how Shea Moisture / Curl Origins, how they do. No parabens, no sulfates, no mineral oil. So good. So this is supposed to detangle, smooth, and moisturize your hair. And yes, I feel like it did help me to detangle my hair while I was in the shower. This is the conditioner. As far as moisture, it was one of those things where it kind of felt like even when my hair was wet with this product on it, and I've described this with other products in the past, it kind of felt like my hair was still, like I could feel the kind of crunchiness of my hair. I tried to mitigate it a bit, but I still felt like it wasn't as soft. I've definitely had things that have left my hair softer, I can put it like that. So this was not my favorite, but it's not like, it's not bad. I can definitely finish this jar and it'll be cool. I can use it on a wash day. I just wouldn't use it as like my ultimate washing product. There's something from Shea, She Scented, that is now coming to the top of my, it is actually at the top of my She Scented list when it comes to, one of two things at the top of my She Scented list, but we'll talk about that in a separate video. But for this right here, so it didn't measure up to those, but I thought it was okay. It was okay. And the scent for this, if I recall, it's more like a floral kind of thing. Yeah, some sort of like florally something, but not heavy. It's okay. This is okay. Scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's probably a 6.5 maybe or so. So it's, you know, it's okay. It can get your hair clean. It can help you to detangle while you're in the shower. It's just, for me, I would love more moisture from it, and I don't get that from that product. So would I repurchase? I'm not looking to repurchase that one. Next up from Curl Origin. Now, I can show you this first. I got from Curl Origin the Moringa and Agave. So it's a moisturizing detangling mist. Now, in my last What's New This Week video, I spoke about the detangling, it's not called a mist, but detangling weightless leave-in from Jane Carter Solution. And I feel like this, compared to that, it doesn't hold a candle to the one from Jane Carter, because I feel like that makes my hair even softer, allows me to detangle even better. This you spray on. It has a good sprayer. I like when they have these little stoppers like that. So anyhow, you just saw that, right? So see how it dispenses it, and it kind of looks like water on my hand. Can you see that? It looks like dew, right? So for my particular hair, I feel like I need a little bit more, and it is light. Look at that, light and loose. All right, it's thicker than the consistency of water, but you know, even the way it shoots out right here, it just feels like you can definitely tell, like without even looking, you know that the first ingredient is water, without a doubt. So it feels like, I just feel like my hair needs more. It does detangle, like I would just need to spray more of it is the only thing. You know, I sit there, I would be spraying, and then I can smooth it down with my hands and then continue on with some other product. For me, this is not something that I would describe as a moisturizing detangling mist. Maybe for some other hair types, it may be more moisturizing. For me, I didn't really find that it was moisturizing, but it does help with the detangling process, but still not as well as even the one that I showed in my last What's New This Week video. So this one would not be a repurchase for me. It says it's hydrating and it's a detangling spray. Detangling, yes, emphasis on that. Hydrating for me, not really. Here's the ingredient list, but again, all of these things may be easier for you to view from the website, but there you go, just give you a little look-see. There we go for the ingredients. So, and I primarily got it too because I saw Moringa, which I remember getting from, is it Afroveda? Somebody used to have a Moringa spray, which I thought was nice for my hair. Actually still have a bottle or so of that. Last thing that I'm going to show you from Curl Argan is this. As you know, my favorite, well, maybe you don't know, but it'll be in another video. My favorite product to curl my hair is not what I have in my hair right now, but it's a product that is a little on the pricier side. So I've always tried to find something else that could be a coiling or a curling gel that is less expensive. So I saw this one on the Curl Argan site, and this was also new. It's called, so this is the mango and olive oil curling gel from Curl Argan, and I said, okay, let me give this a try. It says medium hold moisturizing gel. Excuse me. It has mango extracts, aloe, and olive oil. So I decided to give this a try, and this is what I noticed. There are quite a few gels like this that I can use that when my hair dries, it flips up. It's like it makes my hair light in a sense. It shrinks it up and it sticks it out, so my hair doesn't kind of lay. So you can see a little bit of sticking upness happening here. See how it's away from my head? So that does typically happen with a lot of gels, but this is far superior, what I have in right now, than what happens with most gels. So what I'm saying is, when I tried this again is not what I have in my hair right now, but this is my point. When I tried this first, I noticed that as it was drying, it wasn't drying away from my head. So I said, oh, and I wasn't seeing any flakes or anything. So I said, okay, this may be really, really good for my hair. So let me order, you know, a next one, because again, I'm trying to look at something that's less expensive than what my favorite one is. So anyhow, so I tried this, and when it fully dried, I had already placed my order. Not that I regret it. It's just that I think what I have in my hair today is better, but this particular one is okay. So it gave me, yes, the definition and everything was there. When I put that on, it helped to kind of freeze my curls in place. The cast was not super hard, like it says. It's like a medium, right? So medium level cast. So in terms of the cast that you would get on your curl, 10 being like the hardest curl in life, this was, yeah, it was like a 5. It was, no, it was like a 6. It was like a 6 to 6.5, right? So it had some firmness to it. But again, if you want to crunch it between your fingers, you could. If you wanted to restyle your hair, this is why I put it at like a 6, 6.5. You would need to either wet it or try to kind of stretch it to just make that cast break apart. Not that it would be flaking or anything, but just kind of to loosen it a bit. So it's not like you could just go into combing and just lay it down flat. That wouldn't happen because of the measure of hold that it has. So this product, and let me show you the consistency of it. It is like a jelly. Yeah. So there, that may not have told you that much about it. Not tacky. It feels really light, and you can tell with this too. Let me just verify and make sure I'm correct. Yes, the feeling of it lets you know that water is the first ingredient. It feels watery almost once you start like playing with it between your fingers. It feels watery in terms of the texture. You can even see, look at that kind of like dew on the, there is water in here for sure. So yeah, so it doesn't feel like, no, look what it says right here. It says olive oil for hydration in this. I don't feel like my hair feels hydrated when I have this in. It feels like it's holding my curl in place, and that's what it's doing, but it doesn't feel like this moisturized kind of curl. I don't know what that was, but it doesn't feel like this moisturized type of curl. It just holds it in place. So, you know, it's okay. Am I going to be purchasing this again? I already did. Will I be buying it after these two are done? No, because I found something else, which we're moving on to right now, that is I have in my hair. And you can see I get some flight action because it's not exactly flat to my head and just down, and I do have some shrinkage, but it's still better than a lot, and I like it. And it's from TGIN, and it is the Curl Balm Moisturizing Styling Gel, and it has nettle leaf and olive oil. And just even right here, so first of all, it has a cast to it on my hair. I can feel, like, maybe you can hear, listen. Did you hear that? So you hear the it has a crunch to it, but a cast to it, but not, I've had things that leave it with a more firm cast. This cast is not bad at all. I've had things that leave it with almost no cast. Okay, we'll talk about those in a separate thing. I know I keep saying that, but we really, really, really will. I just want that video to be right and done properly, and I want to have clips to insert so you see it in the hair and the whole deal. So that's kind of a longer process, why sometimes I just end up doing a what's new this week video, because it is a little bit faster for me to come out and kind of present products to you that I think are interesting and you may be interested in. But when I'm doing an in-depth thing, this is kind of another video. Anyhow, for this product, as you can see, it's clear. Oh, interrupting my greatness, one sec. So this is from TGIN. Thank God it's natural. You can see that it's a clear, clear, clear product. Look at this in my hair, right? No flaking. We already discussed, like, little crunchy crunch to it, but it's not, and it's dried much closer to my hair than many other gels would. This, after it fully dried, definitely was not as close to my head as this one is, which is another reason why I'm not going to be going back to this one after I'm done with them. It like shrunk up even more, so my whole bang thing would have been even shorter with the Curl Origin one, and it takes flight, so it like dries like that, and it moves even farther away from my head. Although this one is not flat to my head, it's definitely much closer than this would have been, and many other gels. So this is not specific to Curl Origin. Many gels have done that to my hair, but this one right here, as you can see, these are the results, and it's closer. And I did this, let me tell you right now. Okay, the instructions say to wash your hair, put in their, you know, they of course are going to tell you to wash their hair with their shampoo, their conditioner, use their leave-in, and then follow it with this. Let me tell you, last night I washed my hair. I conditioned it with other products from another brand. Then I did decide to use, because I still had it and I wasn't a total fan of that product, it's their leave-in. It's called the TGIN Green Tea Super Moist Leave-In Conditioner. I've spoken about this, about a what's new this week video quite some time ago, and I said it was like and it didn't leave my hair feeling amazingly moisturized or anything like that. But I decided, because I had this product, let me just put it in my hair. So I did put that in last night, let it all air dry. Woke up this morning, my hair was completely dry, and of course with that moisture, that leave-in, it didn't feel all amazingly moisturized, as I said before. So it gave me that same type of feeling. It was just like So my hair was actually taking this on dry hair. So it was not applied on damp hair. Now I need to use it on damp hair, and I can always come back in another video and do a report for you on that. But I can tell you, on my dry hair, this is what I got. I am quite pleased. I don't like when you can only use a coiling or curling products on wet hair, because my hair is not always in a wet state. But maybe I wake up that morning and my hair is dry, and I say, oh, I want to use, you know, I want it to be curly in the front, and then I can just apply this thing and go. Not that I need to wet my hair, go outside with wet hair. No, just want to apply this thing and go. So the fact that this worked on dry hair, I'm really happy with it, because 9 times out of 10, that's when I'm using it on my hair, when it's in a dry state. So that's why I need most of these gels to work with my hair from the dry state, not needing to be spritzed with a water bottle or anything like that. Just put it on and go. So that's one thing I'm really happy with. The second thing is, and this is playing with its own brand for the moment, because as I told you, I bought this yesterday and I put it on my hair this morning. After last night, I put on their leave-in. So I know that it at the very least plays well with its own product, because that leave-in is white and it dried in my hair, dried overnight. It didn't look white, no white film or anything when I woke up. So, you know, that color was gone. But sometimes putting a product, a gel or anything on top of that, it will make that product that I put on the night before kind of come out and seep out, and then it'll look white, and then it'll dry and look flaky, and or like I need to wash my hair or something like that. So those things that happen did not, or have happened in the past with other products, did not happen with this. So at the very least, it plays well with its own brand. I'm going to try other leave-ins later on and see how that plays with it, but most of the time, quite honestly, if you watch this channel, I shampoo my hair, I condition it, I let it air dry. I don't put in moisturizer and other things before I put in this. So it's not like I need this necessarily to play well with others, but I know that it can, at least with its own brand. I can try it with other things and see how that works. But usually when I put on gels, I like it to be on fresh hair with no moisturizer, no leave-in underneath, because that tells me how this thing operates. So I like this, and this is 14 bucks that I got it from Target. I do like it. I do like it. It's not at all usurping the throne of what I have as my favorite all-time curling, coiling product, but this is a nice alternative that I could just grab from a store shelf and move, and that I know they have Black Friday sales, and I can get from other places at a discount, like when there are online sales and other things like that. So I'm waiting for Shop Naturally Curly to get it. Oh, this is the product I referenced, which I know I mentioned in previous video. This is their green tea super moist leave-in conditioner, which does not leave my hair super moist. And even when I woke up this morning, it was okay, but it was nothing like fantastic that I need to go and write home about this. So this is that green tea super moist, but I do know that it plays well with their own TGIN gel. So we're winding it down. I don't want to keep you too long. These are the last few things I'm about to talk about. Oh, let me just keep with TGIN since I'm here. I did say earlier in the video that there was another edge control that strolled into town. It's the one that I have right now. TGIN. And first of all, let me tell you this. If you go to the TGIN site, if you go to Target.com and other sites, you will see that this is priced at $9.99 for 4 ounces. I went into a Target, and when I scanned it, because the label on the shelf said $14.99, which is the price of the gel. And then I scanned this and I said, oh, okay, maybe they got the label like wrong on the shelf. I scanned it at their little stand-up scanning machine and it said $14.99, but it came up saying gel, 4 ounce gel. And I'm like, no, this is called, it didn't have the name Edge Control. So anyway, went to customer service, and yes, it's $9.99 because they looked it up on their Target site, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, oh, so all of them are priced incorrectly over there. You may want to address that. But anyhow, so I say that because she had an attitude, but anyway, so here is the control paste. It looks like this. Looks like it has a little yellow film or something. I just got this yesterday, so I haven't used much. This is a firm paste. I think it's going to take a while, even if I use this every day, to finish it, because you don't need that much, and it's there's a heaviness to it. Like, listen. Right? Almost like you're beating a drum. There's a thickness to it, and then it goes on. It feels like there's a paste. It feels heavier than the original Curl Origin one that I was talking to you about. Like, its softness, it doesn't have that. This feels heavier, and you just put it on. It comes on clear. I haven't seen any residue. I did see a person leave a comment on my Instagram who was saying she took this back because it didn't work well for her. Honestly, look at my edges. I know you saw me in the beginning of this video put a little of the Curl Origin one right here, but you saw before I put that on, just to show you what the consistency is like and what it looks like on camera, they were already laid. Yes, I have this comb in my hair, but I have also tried this without the comb in. Like yesterday with some of the playing that I did, which is why we have more scoops missing in here than I would normally have gone, considering I just purchased this yesterday. But I like it. I can always come back and tell you if anything odd should happen, but I like this very, very much. This and the Curl Origin one, these two are like the top. But let me tell you what I've noticed so far. And again, I haven't gone through a complete week of using this, so we'll see how it plays out over time. But I can tell you that, and maybe by the time I edit this video, I would have come to the end of this week, and I would have used it every day this week to tell you what it has done on my hair. But I'm not seeing any residue, and hopefully it stays like that through the week as I'm building up and using it daily. But let me tell you what I did do, because this morning I used this on here on my sides, and I used it right here, and here I did see, if you may notice, slight, it looked a little cloudy white. And I said, but it didn't have that here or anywhere else. And I said, maybe I just didn't rub it in well enough. So I'm not really sure, but I can tell you it wasn't anyplace else on my hair, and it feels nice. And it feels like that type of hold where if I wanted to get a comb and go through it, I could, yet at the same time, it's firm enough to stay in place. I really am enjoying this. So I'm looking forward to going through this with the entire week. This is the TGIN Smooth and Hold Edge Control with nettle leaf and castor oil. And it says extra hold. I do like it. I do like it. So we'll see how that continues on. Next up, something that may be interesting to you is from this company, Especially Hair. I got a little blurb, a little memo, a little email from Shop Naturally Curly that they had just started featuring this product and they were offering a discount on it. So I purchased that online during that one day only, when they were just saying, here's our introductory price for, you know, now we're featuring Especially Hair. Now, a few months ago, like maybe two, was the first time I had ever even heard of this brand, because I saw a person on YouTube who did a little video on Especially Hair. They were talking specifically about this product and how it leaves their hair feeling super moisturized and all of that. I can tell you this. This product is to be used as a conditioner. It can also be used as a leave-in. First of all, just take a look at the consistency. Watch what it's going to do. Look how it moves through this jar. Not like a product that's kind of, it moves through like a blob. Not like it's runny like a gel or anything. Look at this. Let me see if I can get this to, look at that. See how it moves like a blob? Like all of it moves together. Notice that, right? So already I knew that it has some different type of consistency. It looks like the blob. So that's that. And I have used it already on my full hair, because the same night that I got it, the same day that it came in, I washed my hair that night. I put it in. I want to reserve my thoughts on this one for now. I'll just tell you that the scent, it's different. It smells almost earthy / botanical. Yeah, I guess like that. It's not a bad scent. It's not a bad scent. It's different. It's different. I don't know of anything that necessarily smells like this. It's 8.5 ounces. I have the price down below, but again, I paid, what was it, 20% less because I got it at that sale price. But this is called Moisture Foundation. The company, they seem rather pleasant. Honestly, they do. And they left a comment, and this is not why I'm saying they're pleasant. It was just other things that made me think that about them. But they commented on my post and said, you know, they recommended using this as a leave-in. So I have used it as a leave-in as well. So as a conditioner, as a washout conditioner, I'll give you the quick rundown of what I think so far. And that's why I'm glad I have 2 jars, because I need to test this, play with this a bit more. So I use this as a conditioner, as a washout conditioner while it's in your hair. And they promise like it'll cut your detangling time down to 50 minutes or something like that. But anyhow, so I put this on and they give you like a money back guarantee. I noticed that on their website. But anyhow, so you put this on your hair, and I did feel like as it was applied on my hair that it did allow me to detangle much easier than I would have if I had used something else, maybe something less expensive. And I don't say that just in terms of the price, but I mean, there are some products on the market. Think of something drugstore, right? So those things typically don't do so well in allowing me to detangle my hair. But this particular product actually did do a nice job of allowing me to detangle. What I was looking for, especially because it's called the Moisture Foundation, I was looking for my hair to feel extremely moisturized, because that's what many of the people who I've seen on YouTube who reviewed this have said, that their hair feels like ridiculous, out of this world moisturized. And I know our hair types vary, and so, you know, different strokes for different folks, right? So I had this particular product and washed it out. And I felt like my hair, it allowed me to twist up my hair. And they recommend that you do a light rinse when you're taking this out of your hair, meaning that you can leave some of the product in there, because again, it's meant to be left as a leave-in. So they recommend as a conditioner, leave it in for 3 to 5 minutes, then wash it out. That's what I did. Washed it out, and it allowed me, I got my hands through my hair quite fine. I think I may have washed out a bit too much of it, which is another reason why I need to really try this again as a conditioner and do a light rinse out so that I'm leaving more of this product in. But however, once I did get out of the shower, I did put some of this back into my hair as a leave-in, and I twisted it up, and certainly while it's dry, it feels like it has extra slip on your hair while it's wet. I meant to say, sorry, it has extra slip on your hair, and as it dries down, I feel like it dries away as well. Not entirely, but again, I need to use this. Again, I need to use this more to really test it, both as a conditioner and as a leave-in out, because yesterday I had a twist in the back, and I was just kind of playing with this product because it's like so blobby, so I wanted to try it. So I reached in, I did a twist with this product. I felt the twist maybe an hour later, still felt silky, then I did it like a little bit later, and this was before I washed my hair with the other thing, because I know I told you already I did the TGIN thing. This was before, but anyway, it was yesterday that I did this, and I felt the twist later, and I said, it feels really, really moisturized. But now keep in mind, I did have earlier in the day, I had something else in my hair, so was it just playing well with that thing or on its own? So that's why more testing overall, hands down, is needed. But there's potential here, I think. So I am excited to really do a full-scale review of it and see how my hair responds. Next up, I got Shea Moisture 100% virgin coconut oil leave-in treatment. Now, you already know that I use the shampoo, and I really, really like that from the line. I saw the conditioner, and I had a CVS discount, but not great enough for me to buy that conditioner. But then this was the thing I was most interested in, because I had no experience with this. But for the washout conditioner, I did try the sample pack, as I told you, and I wasn't too impressed, so I wasn't trying to spend or waste my discount on that. But I did want to try something different from the line. It seemed a lot more firm in store, and I think that was just the coolness in the store. But once I took it home, you can see it's kind of loose and liquidy now. You spray it out. This is how it distributes the product. So it gave me kind of, it's dispersed it pretty well. It's there in the center of my hand. It feels, you can tell that water is certainly an ingredient in this product. It feels light. I've sprayed it on my hair. You have to do, at least for me, quite a few sprays, and then you're allowed to detangle your hair. I haven't done this on just like freshly washed clean hair yet to really know if it will leave my hair feeling moisturized, so I can report back. So far it seems just okay, nothing special yet. And this is on top of other products, so nothing special that is making me want to buy it, but maybe using it alone would make me want to buy it again. So we'll see. And it has that same scent that the shampoo has, which is kind of like that fake coconutty type of scent. But so right now it just seems okay at best. I would definitely go here before I go here. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm going to talk to you about in this video is a skincare item, and this is from Boscia. You may recall in the past I've spoken about their exfoliating gel, where it's, you rub it on your face and it's supposed to peel off the dead skin on your face into like little balls, and then you wash it off. And I've told you that I really like that product, and I think over time my skin has really responded well to it. But the issue I had with it was when you're trying to take it off or wash it off of your face, that it adhere, those balls stick to my face, the hair on my face, and it's hard to get off, whether it's your eyebrows, wherever. And I didn't like that about it, and I told you because of that I would not buy that product again. And I held true to that, because even though I feel like it really was helping to exfoliate my skin over time, that I didn't like that the inability to just wash it off of my face and go. It left me with too much time trying to peel those stupid balls off of my face, so I hated that. Now introducing their very, very new fresh out of the gate product. This is from Boscia. This is their charcoal deep pore exfoliating peel gel. So it is very similar, even in packaging, with this little clasp right here, to the white version of it, but this one is black and it contains volcanic sand. And so as soon as I heard that, I was thinking sand, grainy, it's going to give me the physical exfoliation that I'm used to. You know, if you have like a grainy little exfoliant and you wash that off of your face, okay, no, you feel like zero grains in here, like nothing at all is happening with sand. I only used it one time because I purchased this yesterday, so I can't tell you over time if it's going to leave me feeling it like it's really taking dead skin off as the white version did. However, this is where I can tell you they have really, really listened, at least to me. I don't know if anyone else complained about this, but this particular version, you wash it off of your face, boom, like that, it washes off. Nothing sticking to your face. Yes, as you're washing it off, let me just show you a little right now, just so you can see what this product looks like. As you're washing it off, it turns into little balls, and you're supposed to use this on dry skin. Look, it's doing it right here, right? So those little balls are still forming, and it's saying that they're saying that it's taking your dead skin off of you. If it's really I mean, this just looks like, yeah, just balls just being rubbed around. So I don't know if this is going to be as effective as the other one was, because I really felt like that other one was perhaps getting some dead skin off. Maybe this one is as well, I'm not sure. But anyway, there's nothing really sand-like in here. And as you can see, look, it's all gone away. And here's just kind of one big ball and some little tiny ones over here. And that's supposed to be removing, not that the black right here, that's the black of the product, but they're saying that your dead skin is also rolled up up in here. Who knows? And it's supposed to be exfoliating your skin, and then you wash it off. It washes all away. Even me just wiping my hand just like that, the balls, I didn't wipe over here, but the balls just come off in a really easy, smooth fashion. So I'm happy that they enhanced their product in that area. I just will have to see over time if it actually removes dead skin from my face. So thank you so much for watching. That's what's new with me. What's new with you? Thank you again for watching, for subscribing, for all that stuff, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.